Yes, thanks for starting that off. Thanks for starting off.
The movie has to be one of the best classics of Pixar.
Yeah, a story about a man who has recently lost his wife, wants to travel far away to somewhere he has dreamed of going with a young boy, and yeah, it's just a really great movie.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say the first time I saw it, I saw the trailers when it came out, but I officially saw it back in 2013.
Oh.
Because it came on Disney one time, and I recorded it for myself to see it for the first time. It turned out really great.
Nice.
And like for you guys, movies, like DVDs, TV, how did you first see it?
I think I saw it on TV as a kid. That's how I remember it. I don't know if I saw it in theaters or not, but that's how I remember it.
Alright, cool. What about you first?
Okay, for me, before I even saw any trailers, I first saw this little short. It was about Russell and Carl just going through the jungle, and Russell was just explaining some different animal noises until Carl hears like this really animalistic one. He says, "Which one was that? That sounded pretty good." And Russell says, "That wasn't me." Then there's a whole bunch of glowing evil yellow eyes, and they had to just scam right the freak out of there. But I first saw it at the theaters, and it was the first ever movie that I saw in 3D.
Wow. Nice.
Very cool. But yes, Christian basically explained half the plot. But let's take it back from the beginning. So yes, the man he was talking about was Carl Fredricksen, the main character, one of the main characters, and we see him as a little boy in the movie theaters when he was watching a film by one of his inspirations, Charles Muntz.
He proves himself to just try to be just the best adventurer that he could ever be, but trying to find the monster of Paradise Falls, only to find out that it was actually a fake, and he was found out as a phony, and he promised to capture the beast alive and never return until he does. And later on, he just meets Ellie, and the two start to get to know each other better, and they start to have a happy life.
Yeah, like especially the wedding scene. Like you see, like one side, like they're like, very excited. You see one side, it's alright, but it's nothing that much. But yeah, and then they progress with their life. It keeps getting happier until it gets really sad.
Yeah, because once they start getting older, something's wrong with Ellie. Because there's like one thing where they're going up a hill, picnic, and she's like slowing down. She collapsed, and she was in the hospital. And then the next thing, well, what happens next?
Yeah, and what's also sad is one of the scenes. You can see them in the doctor's office and revealing that Ellie cannot have kids.
Oh yeah, I always hated that. Like, where women can't either have kids or have a baby or have a miscarriage. I just hate that.
A scene I also like it was like how Ellie would always do like Carl's tie or bow tie.
Yeah, it was wholesome, yes. But what really stands out with this scene, as well as the movie, is the music. The music, especially the main theme, it's composed in many different ways to make it not feel repetitive in a way. It just captures and it kind of tells the story along. Like during that happy marriage scene, it proves that you don't need dialogue. The music will just tell you. Yeah.
Yeah, and a few years passed since Ellie's passing, and then Carl's just the only suburb house, and then you can see the civilization, of course tall buildings and all that. There's these people that want to take down his house, but of course he's not going to give it and all that because he doesn't want to lose his house. It reminds him of Ellie.
Yeah. And then he meets a young boy named Russell, which he's just a Boy Scout quite literally because he's trying to earn badges and stuff. And then one shocking thing happened. Like, there's construction workers around, and one of them like accidentally knocked over his mailbox because it's like all of his memories of LA, and especially having his name on it. And the guy knocked it over by accident, trying to fix it, and he didn't want him to. And they're like fighting over it, and then eventually Carl whacked him on the head, and he actually see blood.
Yeah, hey, you see everybody like, you know, shocked and everything. You can see the main guy, you know, holding to the house. And yeah, of course, he had to go to court and everything. That was very sad as well. And, you know, the police lady was like, you know, recommending him to like go to like the elderly place, you know. And, you know, of course, he doesn't want to go because, again, he doesn't want to lose the house. So he had the genius idea of like putting balloons on top of his house to fly away.
Since he was back in his youth, and of course, while he was older, he was a balloon salesman.
Please let me in.
No. Oh, all right, you can come in.
Like, seriously, how the heck Russell was get up there? Because he said he was under the porch, but if you like look under the house when it's floating, you don't see him under there.
Maybe he climbed, like Spider-Man, like.
Oh, I was gonna make that joke. Thank you. Spider-Man. Oh yeah. Of course, now it's the adventures of, you know, Russell and Carl. During their journey, of course, there's flaws here and there. Oh, remember, even though it was not real, what do you call it? I think it was like, what was it? I believe he was somewhere outside and he actually fell.
No. I mean, okay, yeah. Even though that was part of the movie, that was just Carl's vision about like what he would do.
I said it wasn't real at first.
Yes.
But when you first saw that scene, were you like in total shock?
Yes, I was.
Of course, the only way they were like getting to the right direction was through like you know, Russell's GPS.
Well, they did have it until he accidentally threw it out the window.
Dang it, Russell. Yeah. But yeah, now they set out into their adventure until they meet this bird named Kevin.
Well, he just that was a dude, but it turns out Kevin is actually Kevina, and actually a mother.
Very, I gotta say, she's a very exotic bird.
Oh yeah, really interesting design.
It is. And of course, there also meets dog named Doug.
Yeah, and what's unique about it, he has a translation collar that he speaks out his thoughts.
Yes. I just like the scene where you first meet him and Carl thought he was a person.
Yeah, and it's like talking like, I like to catch balls. I like to squirrel.
Squirrel. Yeah, I just love that scene.
And that's just him. Other dogs do that too. Like, there's the one scene later I'll talk about, but you know, the reason Doug is able to find Kevin, instead of the other dogs, because he's the only one that can like Kevin since he's a golden retriever, and golden retrievers are known for that.
I mean, dogs have a cute sense of smells, but like it was explained by a short to explain how he got there. Apparently this was and this is interesting. Apparently it was Doug's birthday and he kept on screwing up the mission for Alpha, Beta, and Gamma, and they blamed it all on him, and that's how he ended up with Russell, Kevin, and Carl.
But yeah, towards all of this. Also, remember this scene with Russell and his chocolates?
And well, yeah.
Yeah, and then finding out that the whole time, what you basically said with Doug, and finding out that Charles Muntz was his owner of a lot of dogs.
Yeah, like how long do you have those dogs? Because I look at now, he's pretty old. And like at the theater, he was like pretty young. So how would you explain that?
70 years.
The only we meet other dogs, and one of them is called Alpha, where he has a chipmunk voice.
Well, the main reason he has that because his translation collar got busted, and on this scene, Charles unfixed it and turned to a deep voice.
Thank you, Master. I think I like his other voice better. But yeah. And of course, in the background, while you see Carl's house, you can hear Kevin squawking.
Yeah.
Wait, which part are you?
Like, remember when he was fixing his collar with the voice, and then remember when Carl and Russell was getting the food?
Oh, right, because like when you said when he was walking, like it just kind of like you meant
squawking.
Oh, okay, because it sounded a little different here.
I also like that scene. It was funny to me that where the dogs were keeping is Russell's hot dog. Hey, a dog eating a hot dog. People still have a problem with that, apparently.
Well, a lot of people may not know that the hot dog is actually pig.
But yeah, Charles finds out about the truth, and now he goes against, both Carl and Russell. And it kind of gets, bad for Carl and Russell, because now they start, having, an argument here and there.
Yeah, because, he, lost hold of his house. Well, not at first, but, yeah, arguments, and they separated, and changed their heart after, kind of convinced him, and, yeah, he went back to him.
Well, it's all because he said that Carl promised that he would never have anything hurt Kevin or have her be taken away or anything like that. That's why they blew up at each other.
Yeah, but going back a little bit, remember that scene where he was playing out a little bit when it was nighttime, and Russell was telling Carl about his family a little bit.
Sort of, but that's when he said that family's a strong word, because when he mentioned Phyllis and he said that Phyllis wasn't his mom, it's kind of a little bit okay.
Yeah.
So who's she supposed to be then?
Oh, okay. Well, wait. If he's
friend, I guess, or somebody else. But yeah, the word they're referring to as Kevin at the time was Snipe. What is that? It's a snipe! Snipe. Clever word. But then eventually we see this whole fight with Carl and Charles once. And of course, we thought he was about to follow Charles once, but he got cut by Balloon.
Yeah. And I love one scene where and there's a dog or Damon playing. It's a little Charles dog fighter, because that's what they're called in the I think that's pretty funny, but anyway. And one thing, Russell shot a squirrel, and then one of them got distracted, and they actually chickens, and it's I hate squirrel.
Yeah. Also pause. Right. Alright, Christian, go ahead.
Go ahead, what?
Were you about to explain more or no?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. And then eventually, and then we found out in Paradise Falls that, Carl's house stands still at the spot as that painting, which was, really cool.
Yeah, it was, at that perfect moment, it landed right there. And, of course, at the, towards the end of the movie, they went home, they were getting a badge presentation, and then, Carl was, out, helping out with him, for his father, because he's a father figure now, and give him his great, badge.
Which was legendary, yeah. Because the theory was, either his dad was dead, Russell's dad, or, his parents separated. It was not really there for him. What do you believe?
I don't know.
But yeah. And of course, you see that scene where they have the ice cream shop, sitting in the sidewalk.
Yeah. And they, kept that, ship that, Charles had.
Blue.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. it was a great ending, you know, which they could have done more, which he did a few years later, but yeah. It was surely a great moment there.
No doubt about it.
Yep. And now to the Cavs.
Well.
Oh, I thought you were gonna like you know, cut through that. So that's why.
I'm like, well, since we're still going, still going and stuff, it's just, I'm like, since we practically talked about, like, just gave much information away, kind of.
Oh, okay. All right, then. The first one is the late but great Ed Asner, who brought this great movie, and it was my introduction to him overall.
Yes,
Me too.
officially.
I bet a lot of people got introduced to Ed Asner with this. Or some may have got introduced to him through Elf.
Yeah, that's how I got introduced to him in live action.
Yeah, that and the animal.
But yeah, I just love how, like, you know, that Ed Asner put all of his, you know, might to this character, and, you know, finding out that Carl Ferguson is actually based off a person that, you know, the face features that you know, basically.
Oh yeah, I saw a picture of that years ago. But man, it's just so perfect too.
And we call it. Carl's supposed to represent an actor called Spencer Tracy.
Right. Yes, I read about that too.
Yeah, but goddamn, this emotion he put throughout the movie, I gotta say, it was perfect.
Yeah, no doubt.
I gotta say, you know, nobody can ever replace, you know, Ed Asner as Carl.
No, they can't.
And of course, when everybody heard that he was like passed, you know, one of his last roles was like, voicing Carl in, you know, Dog Days. And of course, just that, there was this film, no, not the film, there was a short back in Valentine's Day where Carl was trying to find a new love, I believe. That's what it said.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And of course, one of his other last roles was like in Die Wolf Kid 2, the 2023 movie where he played, you know, Greg's grandpa.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. But yeah, Ed Asner, thank you for this, you know, great movie overall. He made this character like really, you know, awesome. I give him infinity.
Ready?
Of course.
And now to like Jordan, what is it? How do you say his last name?
Nagai.
Okay then. But yeah, I saw the behind the scenes when he was doing his lines, and he was actually running to, you know, make, you know, we call Russell tie a little bit.
Oh, I heard about that because it's like a fact on Instagram, I think. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, he actually did really good as a child actor. But he retired from acting back in 2010. But still, given as a character like Russell, very, you know, how can I say this?
Yeah, enthusiasm, exuberance, like anything that you could be like when you were a kid back then. Is that like something like that?
Yes. Yeah. What was the most thing you liked about Russell?
I love his personality. I love he doesn't give up. Like, you know, when he's trying to, because he has to read his book every time he introduces himself, and Carl kept shutting him out, and he didn't put his foot out to like avoid the blocking. And like I mentioned earlier, he had the courage to like be on the house while it's floating.
Mm-hmm.
If there's anything you, yes, if there's anything you say, like don't stop until or until somebody takes over.
Well, I was just thinking what else I could say.
I actually agree with Christian about, you know, his personality. He was just a great kid. I give him infinity.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Christopher Plummer, who played Charles Muntz. Yeah, as we said before, Carl's inspiration as a kid, but finding that he was like a stormy ass villain, you know. But goddamn, it was like a turn of events, like a plot twist.
Well, yeah, that's what Disney is known for, like giving out plot twists that as a good guy turned to a villain.
Just say twist villains, all right? I mean, like, but it was Pixar that came up with that in the first place. Disney just kind of picked up on that.
But yeah, the character Charles Muntz is supposed to represent, Kirk Douglas.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you said it behind me.
No, I didn't. Like not from where I'm recording. But anyways, though, yes, I got to know that guy from, what was it? It's a Wonderful Life, and I heard that he was the inspiration for the voice of Father from Kids Next Door.
Yeah.
No, shut up. That's awesome.
Don't tell me to shut up.
No, I mean...
kidding.
But
Well, I didn't know he was in Wonderful Life. I never even seen that movie.
what do you call it? Do you know other works that Christopher Plummer was in?
Voice-wise, no. But live-action-wise, let me see.
Of course, we go here. He was in movies like The Last Station, All the Money in the World, Somewhere in Time, Malcolm X, The Insider, A Beautiful Mind, The New World, Inside Man, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, and Knives Out.
Oh, he's Canadian.
Oh wait, I was wrong. He wasn't in the movie. I don't know why I always think that he was in that movie. It was my fault.
Oh, okay. It's alright though. But my overall opinion about him was like, when I first heard that he passed away in February of 2021, it was kind of shocking. But for his performance, Infinity, for his character Charles, I give him a 7.
I give him a 4. I didn't really like him.
5. Like one of the most he's the perfect example of when people say never meet your heroes.
Oh yeah, like I hear that a lot. Like it seems to where Ash said that towards play.
Also, I'll be back.
All right.
Okay, next up we got Bob Peterson for voicing Doug and Alpha.
I actually didn't know he voiced Alpha too. I only thought he voiced Doug.
But yeah, my introduction to him was Monsters Inc.
Yeah, and while I'm going on voice actors, apparently in the show Monsters at Work, there's a character named Rose, which looks like Ross. Does that mean that she has a sister?
Could be. I mean, I didn't watch the show, but other than playing Ross, of course, he was also in Finding Nemo, where he plays Mr. Ray.
And a pelican and a dolphin.
Oh, right, yeah. And, of course, he took over for Michael Keaton at Straight Dick.
Oh, yeah, I forgot Michael Keaton voiced him in the original.
And he's also the janitor in Toy Story 3.
Really?
Right.
He's also, what do you call it? He's also a guy that was at that short, where he's playing chess with himself.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that's like one of my favorite Pixar shorts.
Good to know.
Yeah. But when his personality just being all wild and stuff, he was very cheerful. And especially that part where, Carl finally accepted him as his own dog, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, he's like one of the best Pixar sidekicks.
Mm-hmm. And with Alpha, you couldn't take him serious with that chick voice. Come on, you try to be threatening with that kind of voice.
It reminds me with Ben, because invented alternate alien. He tries to talk with the Forever Night, and he's like, "You can't take me seriously because of my voice, can you?"
Yeah.
But yeah, every time he speaks with that chick voice, like, "We gotta find this bird," and they're like,
But yeah, eventually they made shorts about Doug and Doug Days, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah, and one thing, Alpha got stuck in the steering wheel because Doug put his punching on Alpha, and because of that, the collar got busted again and went back to his checkpoint voice, and then that's where Doug became the Alpha.
Yeah.
This is pretty dope. For Doug Infinity, of course, he's the classic character. For Alpha, mixed. I'll give him a 5.
Yeah, Doug Infinity with Alpha 9. That is like such a good voice.
Doug Infinity, Alpha 7.
Alright. And then, yes, we got Pixar's Good Luck Charm. We got John Ratzenberger again.
Yep. You can't have a Pixar film without him. Well, recently he hasn't been in any other Pixar films, so.
Yeah. But, yeah, of course, he plays one of the construction workers, Tom. Hey, he's letting know Carl about, like, the house and everything. And, of course, you're in that funny scene, right?
Yeah, where he, blows and his face with the leaf blower.
Yeah. Alright. But with John Ratzenberger, you can't deny it. It's like, you know, always a vanity for him.
Well, yeah.
Let's see here. Surprisingly, yeah. An actor for, like, Kevin, yeah. It was really shocking that he could do that kind of, like, screaming, and, you know, it was pretty impressive, because he also voiced the camp master at the ending of the movie of Love.
Yeah, and he also voices Anger for Riley's dad in Inside Out.
You could just call him Dad's Anger, but okay.
Yeah.
But for Kevin, again, really surprising, especially with the, you know, the vocals for Kevin Infinity.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see here. But yeah, other shocking ones. Like in the beginning of the movie, of course, there's the news announcer. That was David Kaye.
Which I had no idea that was, because I didn't know that was him. When did you find out that that was David Kaye?
2021.
Ooh. I just found out now.
Yeah, that's really surprising, especially him doing that kind of voice.
Yeah.
Another shocker was just Harnell.
And I thought it was someone else. And the way this guy named Nurse AJ, he looks like he could be voiced by John DiMaggio.
Could be. Who knows? But yeah, probably has to use the bathroom again. Oh, I lost that. And there was also the construction worker named Steve that got hit. Yeah, his actor Danny Manning, like, known from other projects like Danny Fans, what do you call it? Looney Tunes Back in Action. He's a really good actor. Let's see here. Of course, Ellie only had, like, you know, her kid voice, but like an adult voice. But yeah, I say, like, for the kid actors, they're playing their younger selves. They did really good.
Yeah. I just wish we heard dialogue from Ellie and Carl when they're older to see how they sounded like. I was just curious to see.
It would have been good. Let's see. Do you know the actor that played Nurse George?
Donald Billy Love. I know it.
Oh my god! Oh wow! Like I just learned. Like, okay, if you slow down and just listen. Like I just learned from Back to the Future. Like I learned that he was like the dude who became Mayor Goldie Wilson. Like,
oh wait, okay, yeah, that's jogging my memory. Yeah, I remember him. Yeah, I also got introduced to him through American Dad.
But he played American Dad.
Yeah, he played this koala named, Regno. It's pretty chill. But yeah, surprisingly, in 1971, he played Michael Jackson in the Jackson 5.
Yo.
Which I didn't know that there's a series about.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, he also did good as other nurse. Let's see, other notables here and there. Of course, there's the other dogs, yeah. There's Betta and Grandma, who was voiced by Delroy Lando. Do you know him?
I don't. He kind of looks familiar, but doesn't ring a bell.
He kind of looks like he kind of looks like the actor that plays, you know, Cobra Bubbles a little bit.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Imagine he should be hired for him if he was in live action.
I mean, that's what been done, but and I guess that's it for the cast. If there's other notables.
Okay, well, special mention to Jerome Ranft, the son. The younger brother of Joe Ranft, who provided like most Disney voices, but he passed away.
And when he sadly passed away, he took over for some of his roles, like Red from Cars on the Shorts and Jocks from Finding Dory.
Wow.
Yeah. It was great for him to do that for his brother. Because I did hear a story about his brother sadly passed away in a car crash.
Car crash, man.
Yeah. But again, it was good for him for like to take over for his brother. But I think that's about it. All right then. Now to our final thoughts. All right, you make it go first, Christian.
A great movie. I'm glad I got introduced to it, and many of the actors, especially an actor, recipes to our old friend Infinity to up.
Yes, this has to be one of my favorite Pixar movies, like top 10 here. Like, you know, it was like one of the most emotional, like, you know, Pixar movies out there. And I just loved the plot of it, the storyline, and how much it went for. I wish I had more of it until the end, but yeah, I always give it.
Yeah.
You're fresh.
Basically everything that you says, but surprisingly you took the words out of my mouth. But that's I agree 100% every step of the way that it is one of Pixar's greatest achievements.
Mm-hmm.